students, today we are going to start chapter 3, that is national income and related aggregates. Now this is a very important chapter of your syllabus. That is, first we are going to discuss what is national income. What is the concept of national income? National income is a sum total of factor income. Sum total of factor income earned by a normal resident of a country. Earned by a normal resident of a country during a period of accounting year. That is known as national income. According to the definition, it contains two very important points, that is, first, factor income, second, normal resident of a country. Now, first of all, we are going to discuss factor income, which is a very important content of national income. What is the meaning of factor income? The payment are received by the producing units to the household for the use of factor services. That is known as factor income. All of you know what are the factor services: land, labor, capital and entrepreneurs. Land, we are providing rent; labor, we are providing wages. But in macroeconomics, we are using a term compensation of employees instead of wages. Capital, interest, entrepreneurs, profit. Now, there is a difference between factor income and transfer income. Factor income, as I told you right now, what is the meaning of factor income? It means the payment made by the producer to household sector for their factor services. That is known as factor income. How they are going to get? In form of RWIP, rent, wages, interest and profit. Instead of wages, we are using the word compensation of employees in macroeconomics. That is known as a factor income. Transfer income or one-sided income, the income which is received without rendering any kind of services, that is known as a transfer income. It means it is a one-sided payment and it is also known as unilateral payment. Example, charity, donation. For that, we are not supposed to pay any kind of services. Example of transfer income, that is charity, donation, gifts, that are known as transfer incomes. Factor income, very important. Factor income included in national income, and transfer incomes are not included in national income. It is not included in national income. Transfer income we are never considered in national income while calculating national income. Only factor income we are going to add in national income. Now, the second condition, that is normal resident. Normal resident, who will be treated as a normal resident of a country? A person who is residing in a country at least for a period of 1 year, as well as he has an economic interest in our economy. He and she should be an economic interest in our country. That person will be known as a normal resident of a country. And whatever the income earned by the normal resident of a country, that is included in national income. Now, let me give you an example. Suppose a person who came from Nepal, then he is residing here for 1 year and he is doing job here. So he will be treated as a normal resident of a country because he has satisfied both the condition. First of all, he is here for a 1 year period, and he has an economic interest in our economy. Why? Because he is doing job here. Now, if the both condition is satisfied, that person will be treated as a normal resident. Just like that, suppose a person who has came to India from Nepal for medical treatment since 2 years, but he will not be treated as a normal resident of a country. Why? Because he has not economic interest in our country. Although he has completed 2 years in our country, but he will not be treated as a normal resident because he has not the economic interest in our country. Suppose a child who has come from USA for taking education from India. In that condition, he is here since 4 years. Although he has completed 1 year, but again he will not be treated as a normal resident of a country. Why? Because he has not economic interest in our country. The person who is residing in a country for at least 1 year and he or she has an economic interest in a country, that person will be treated as a normal resident, and the income whatever he is earning, that income will be included in national income. Now, the very important concept while calculating national income, that is domestic income and national income. We have to identify which one is domestic income and which one is national income. Domestic income means it is a sum total of factor income. As I told you, COE, compensation of employees, rent, interest plus profit, generated within the domestic territory of a country. Domestic territory means political territory or economic territory. It means where our government rule is going to be followed. That is known as a domestic territory. It means economic territory means geographical territory administered by a government within which goods and services can be circulated freely without any permission from any country. You can circulate your goods and services from one place to another place. That is known as a domestic territory. The income earned by within the domestic territory, that is known as a domestic income. National income, I told you earlier also, national income is the sum of total of factor income earned by normal resident of a country, no matter it is generated within the domestic territory or outside. It means national income, it is included whether we are earning our income from the rest of the country. That is also included in national income. Whether you are earning your income from domestic territory, within the domestic territory or outside the domestic territory, that income is known as a national income. Now that is all for today. In next session, we are going to start the practical part of national income.